When it comes to the deep state, and I believe it's the 12th chapter, Trump's war against the deep state. So much to talk about because it's a story that the narrative continues to develop and change. And
Yes.
Trump's tweet that he accused Obama of wiretapping or bugging Trump Tower or bugging himself. Where do you think? I mean, something else that's come to light as you address is that the Obama holdovers and the outgoing Obama people made sure that they would be able to compile stuff and have stuff to take with them, in their view, on Donald Trump and the people around him, and then slowly leak it out to the media who are in cahoots with them.
Right. So what's the issue?
Yeah, well, the issue is, how does Trump overcome what I just described, as well as apparently an intelligence community that has it in for him to a great extent?
It's called firing Obama's appointees en masse. He should fire 5,000 people, clean the agencies out, and put in his own people. Now, you say easier said than done. Maybe it's very difficult to find competent people who know how to run the machinery. So I don't have the answer to that, but we do know that there's great opposition to him from within the intelligence agencies. And I'm a little concerned about a related issue, which I talked about yesterday. I'm going to talk about today on the radio show, Steve, which is this whole WikiLeaks Julian Assange lining up and collaborating with the tech giants. I'm very concerned about WikiLeaks joining the tech giants, and I'll tell you why. Remember last year or so, the slaughter by the Muslims of their co-workers at San Bernardino?
Yep.
Remember they killed people in cold blood?
Oh, yeah.
Well, then they caught one of them. They found her phone or his phone, and the FBI, Mr. Comey, begged Apple, Tim Cook, to give them the encryption codes to get into the terrorist phone.
Wouldn't do it.
And Tim Cook said, no, we're not doing it. Now, to me, that was treason. They should have arrested Tim Cook. But they didn't. Do you know why? Because Apple, Google, those companies, they're bigger than U.S. Steel was at their peak. They are monopolies. They're bigger than the government. They have more power than any government does on this planet. And so when you see a man defying the FBI like this, you have to ask yourself, is he really doing it for our privacy, or is he doing it to sell more iPhones? Think about that, Steve. Nobody wants the government tapping into our own iPhone. We give that. But it's this whole terrible question of security versus privacy. We go back to Ben Franklin. We know all of that stuff. But we're not living with Ben Franklin and the kite and the key. We're living with fanatical Islamists amongst us who are plotting to destroy us as I speak. I want my intelligence agencies, when they're caught, to be able to break into their iPhones. I don't care what the hell Tim Cook says. And now we see a collaboration between Julian Assange of WikiLeaks and the Tim Cooks, the Googles, the Microsofts, the Facebooks. This is not good for us. This is frightening. If I have to draw a line in the sand and someone says to me, who do you trust more, the CIA or Julian Assange of WikiLeaks? I go with the CIA. And I said this yesterday, I'll say it again today. Do you know why? As rogue as we think the CIA is, there are checks and balances over that agency. There are no checks and balances over Julian Assange of WikiLeaks. Who does he report to? Moreover, who is he? Where did he come from? What are his ties to foreign governments? There's something more to this picture than meets the eye. And I don't like this sudden collaboration between WikiLeaks and our tech giants. Yep. Something's wrong with that picture.